Ah. Wow. I'm online. I hope this is okay. Hi everyone. I'm going to talk about the Pax Viking art. I haven't really prepared that much, but I prepared a bunch of folders with pictures. Or maybe I started a bit early. So I don't know. What do you guys want to see and know about? I uploaded these on the update on Kickstarter before with a GIF, but maybe I can show them again because I think they look pretty good. Oh, oops. That's not supposed to be that way. Okay, I don't know what's happening. This is going fine. Oh well, it's working with the other voice. So when I draw, I don't know what's happening. Okay, now it works, except that the text is, wow, amazing. Okay, so I wanted to start with the characters because I think characters are fun to make. So first I make sketches. I don't have the first sketches like here because I often like draw and then I remove them and I draw again if I'm not happy. So I just draw a lot. And then when I'm happy with like my sketch, I start to like put out some colors. Okay, wait, June is here. I think. Hello.
Hallå? Vänta, jag ska bara, nu fick jag ta upp den här. Din mobil, ja. Okej, hej. Du hör mig, ja?
Yes.
Ja, då om det här funkar så är jag redo.
Yes. I'm already streaming, so you're online right now.
I'm online.
Yeah.
There you go.
Welcome. Eunice
Thank
here.
you.
You can't see him. Wow.
Now you can't see me. Now you can't.
Yes. Okay. So I don't know if there's anyone here. Yeah, wow. There's 5 people. One of them is probably me. So, do you watch the stream?
I watched the stream.
Okay. So I started with the characters. I don't know what I should talk about, but
Well, I guess presenting the art, and there is a bunch of different items to talk about there. And why not start with the characters? That's what you're gonna be as a player.
that is true.
A player is gonna be that.
Yes.
So, and there are seven characters.
There
Oh, there's
is,
7 here, but there is an 8th
yeah,
coming, right?
yes, it's an eighth coming, and I'm almost done with her.
Okay.
Maybe I can show a sneak peek.
Yeah, sneak
Wow,
peeks are good.
there's a lot of stuff
Which,
here. Where is she? There she is. Here, I'm not that done. Almost done, I guess. But it's Helga.
yeah.
She's an older woman. Wow.
Yes. And Helga, yeah, that's we discussed her the other week
Yeah.
or last week. There is one tweak. She's gonna be tweaked a little bit
Yes.
based upon kind of yeah, little tweaks. But did you make her a little more fierce looking?
Yeah. So I've done a few tweaks since last time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's Helga. Then we have also in.
I haven't done any
campaign.
sketches on the maybe
If there will
possible
be
9th
the maybe
character.
potential. Let's. I just have to. I don't remember if that's even 300k. Okay, and now we are at 200 and what 242. All right. Yeah. Well, not unlikely that there will be
Could
a
happen.
9th character. Could definitely happen.
Please.
Please happen.
Please happen. I
So
want another character.
so Maddie can sketch something more. That's her
Yes.
most favorite thing to do.
Yes. Like drawing.
Apart from what's best? Spending time with your cats or drawing?
I don't know. Um, it's like spending time with my cats and drawing at the same time is pretty nice.
Okay.
So.
Dodging the question?
Yes. But yeah. So here, how they look with like when I have rendered them. So yeah.
Yeah. So
Kinda
could you
straightforward.
show the first? Yeah, exactly. So these are the 3 steps, so to speak.
Yeah.
We actually had we also had a little sketchboard just to show how we work with things. You could open Miro,
Yes.
show the.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, but focus on.
But yeah. I
Down
haven't
there they are.
updated
Yeah.
them here, but these are like the mood boards kind of for the different characters, and then I put up the first sketches and
Yeah.
add some like text to like describe them, so I have something to go with.
Yeah, I wrote these texts.
Yeah.
Or we kind of
You wrote them.
brainstormed them together, but I wrote them. And down there is also potentially the last. No, this is 10. Why is it 10? Oh yeah, we had
All right.
Olof Skötkonung, who is he's probably not going to be in the game for various reasons. That
Oh,
was for sad. Was he your favorite?
I like the fur.
Yeah, you like the fur, but you can give the Edla the fur.
Yeah, sure.
But it was no, it was a combination of historical accuracy, so to speak, and how we wanted to, if we're gonna get the 9th player, how I want to extend that to the map, because it's been interesting to see a more the more
Diverse.
spread out,
Oh,
diverse, yes, a more diverse starting location spread, so to speak. And Olof Skötkonung, you can't like give him any other starting position than basically the same as Erik Segersäll, who is already in the game. So that's why I wanted to find someone else. And then Edla of the Obortris is an interesting character. Probably the mother of Olof Skötkonung's wife. So the queen mother, so to speak, during Olof Skötkonung's times. But she has relations. Her mother, and probably she was born in around the Caspian Sea, but probably of, this is just theories, but probably of a Swedish father and or yes, because the mother was from, no, the father was from Hungary, but for some reason they moved to Sweden, and they're probably related to Vikings, because then they were found down among the Oborites, which is in the wrong like Eastern Germany, somewhere there. So, and then from there they were brought back to Sweden for her daughter, if she is the queen mother now, to marry Olof Skötkonung. So all of this said, there's a faint link here that we actually can make it so that we have starting locations far to the east on the map. So there you have it. But now we're not going to
Cool.
talk about that. We're going to talk about art.
I remove this. That? Yes. This is the only one that I have in Photoshop file because I've extracted a lot of like different steps for other pictures because I work weirdly, so I had to extract them. What do you want to watch first? I just have some like, do you want to show like map how the board have like evolved or?
Yeah, that's also a good thing. Now, we could talk more about the characters,
Yeah.
and a good thing to do this presentation, I would say, is to step through the different assets as they are in the rule book. Characters is not the first thing, but now we start with that, and that's okay. But maybe if when you said you work in a weird way, what do you mean?
More like I work in one file and then I save as a copy and just put the number 2. So instead of having everything in one file, I put everything in like 5 different files. So if I want a
Oh,
sketch, I need to go to file number 1.
aha, okay,
So if I show it in Photoshop, I need to have all 5 files open and they are like very cluttered.
okay. So
So
you need to
that's why I
put them
extracted like the
together.
different steps.
Ah, I see, I see. All right. So, but anyways, that's technical
Yeah.
details. About these girls and guys here, Eric the Victorious here. Now we see 3 of them. What would you say is because the clothes and their hairdo and their general look is somewhat based on the Miro we looked at, but it's your imagination and art brain, and also historical knowledge, because you're very knowledgeable in Viking stuff. What's behind those? What's the thoughts behind them?
Um, like, should I talk about them differently or?
Any way you want. Start with one.
Okay, so we can start with Ingvar. When I made Ingvar, I was like inspired by more Russisk, like Viking clothes, more like from the Russia, Poland stuff. That place more like east, east,
Yeah,
yeah, more like Eastern Vikings. And that's why I have this cloak coat. Is that what it's called?
yeah.
Which is based on a find in Birka, which is Russisk. I don't know, but he's more based on like more
The
that,
Rus style.
yeah, a Rus style.
Did they
Uh,
have pants like that?
a poof pant.
Poof pant in Rus.
um, I guess so. Based on the pictures and stuff I looked at, they
Yeah.
mostly have like they can have like loose pants and they hold them together with like. Uh, oh, I really don't know a lot of terms in English for these things, but like
You know the terms in Swedish, and you
yeah,
have worn them yourself in your Viking.
yeah. But like benlindor, leg.
Benlindor. Okay, what's that in English?
Yeah, I don't know. Leg ropes. I don't know. Uh,
I'm checking.
but I mostly based everything on what I've seen on uh, Viking reenactment markets and villagers that I've been to since I was small, but also pictures from Viking reenactors, and also they're also based on a lot of books and finds that I've got from a few archaeologists. Is that what they're called? archaeologists. Yes. So I have a folder on my computer with like Viking finds and like Viking books that I have like put together.
And research.
Also, all like decorations and stuff is based on these books that I got on the market. I think they're from a Polish like vendor, and I like them because there's a lot of like decorations and stuff, and then in the back it says like where they were found and on what, which I think is very interesting because I like history. So that's like these are like the main inspirations for like decorations. And
This
just
seems to. I just found this. It's called Breyes.
okay.
Breyes. But that's these are. So
Is that
the
for horses?
yeah, but that's what they are called in English. I mean the upper part of them, and then you have them. So it's probably Lindad Breyes. I don't know. I might be wrong. Anyway, yes, continue on the.
Yes, and then we have Styrbjörn. So I wanted him to be a bit younger and a more fighter because he fights a lot.
Yeah, he was a hothead.
Yeah.
The real Styrbjörn. Now, if unless anybody didn't know that, all characters here are based on real characters in the Viking history.
So, oh, and that's not something. Every one of these is quite rich. They have a lot of like its distinct colors, which especially blue and red and green is very hard to make in like clothing, especially like very rich colors. So everyone here is like they have the money. Also, they have swords, which are also expensive. And I guess Styrbjörn is the most like rich one here because he has a helmet. What's it called? Ringbrynja. Chainmail. And a sword, and that's expensive. So he's like super cool, and he has a lamellar armor on him, which I picked. There's not a lot of like Viking in media that has them, but according to a few books, there's supposedly like they used lamellar armor.
Yeah.
And then we have Sigrid. I use blue and red because it's distinct colors and they are both expensive. And I also put some like fur here. She looks a bit cool, and I put her in like this pose. I don't know, because she seems to be super cool, strong, and she burned a few men alive inside a home.
Yeah, I know. She said, I don't want anybody coming here asking for my hand. And when they came, she said, all right, burn them.
I think she was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then some jarl came and she said no, or king of Norway, I think, and she said no to that guy, and he slapped her in the face, and she said that's gonna cost you. And then she married the Swedish king and had him invade Norway and kill the Norwegian king.
Yeah, she seems pretty cool. And then we have Odd. There was not a lot of info on Odd, so, and we wanted like one female, more like warrior-esque design.
Yeah, she might have been. She comes from Lade. I'm not sure if that is the Norwegian Lad. If someone knows that, I would be happy to know. But anyways, the famous Latgerter, which is the Old Norse word for Lagerta, she's been popular in the Viking series, which is not historically accurate in all times, in all aspects, especially not clothing.
I shouldn't talk about that.
No, but anyways, it's popular, and Lagerta is a very popular one there, and the character's real Norse name is probably Hladgerter, which is Gerd or Gerda in Swedish normal names, Gerda in a modern name sense. Gerda from Lad, Lattgerter, and maybe Old comes from Lad too. And Lattgerter is a very famous shield maiden. So, well, we made some connections there in doing this. She is very cool, by the way, having the most expensive sword you can buy at that time.
Oh.
And I think you put it on Erik the Victorious as well, right?
No, this one is more simple. Erik has the one with.
Oh, yes, yeah, he's that one. But I was thinking we could imagine that they are Ulfbert's swords
Yeah.
side there.
Also, something I think is interesting is that I put a gambeson. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Gambeson? Gambeson?
Gambeson, I don't know.
Yeah,
You're
but
the
she has
expert
one
here.
of those, which you haven't. There's no finds of them,
Yeah,
and you see often gambesons in more like medieval and like later times. But there are a few like written text that tells that the Vikings may have had them. So
yeah,
I use that because um, it's like less expensive than a chainmail and like the lamellar armor, but it's still like it protects a
protector.
lot.
Yeah,
So it would make sense, but um, it is made out of what's it called?
what?
Like fabric. So it's like
Fabric, yeah.
yeah. So it's made out of
It,
fabric, so it's lung
is it
removal.
Tovad ull or is it what
No,
is it?
it's more like 50 like
Layers upon
layers
layers
of
upon layers. All right.
a lot of layers that they have sewn together.
Okay.
So it's like when you try to destroy a book with a
Yeah.
lot of papers. You can't
So
like
good here is. So it's like the Kevlar of the day.
yes.
She was fashionable then. She had the modern armor and was movable and so on. Modern for the time because this armor became popular 100 years later.
And then we have Eric. I just put a coat here too. I'm gonna like decorations under. You can't really see it. And I really like this coat, like this like kind of coat thing. So I just
Yeah.
put it on him with like more like golden decorations. And there's a lot of gold stuff on his belt, which is also quite expensive.
Yeah.
So he's the first king of Sweden. I wanted him to have like a lot of gold details.
Yes, he is actually the first king of Sweden, and that's when you play the game. This is what you aim for in the game: become the first king of Sweden. Now, Erik is one of the characters you can play. So, in a sense, you can say that if you play that character, you try to make history as it were. When in 970 he became the first king of a unified Sweden. But actually beating Styrbjörn the Strong, who's another character here. But in this game, of course, you can change history, and maybe Aud becomes the first king of Sweden, or Harald
Queen.
Greycloak, queen. Yes, regent.
Yeah.
I would say.
And then I have Harald Greycloak. I made him a bit shorter and like chunkier, I guess,
Yeah,
because I wanted to have like different shapes.
yeah,
The only thing that I is like from history is this gray cloak.
yeah.
Because of he started a trend with like fake like cloaks because they were made out of
Back cloaks, you mean?
what?
Bake cloak, or a
No,
make of cloaks.
no, he started a trend with having
Yeah.
like wool, like sheep fur that they have like I don't know what they did, but they made it look like it was like wolf or something, so it looked
Hmm.
cooler. And
Okay.
then they had it on them because it was like fake, like wolf skin. I
Fake
don't know if it
wolf.
was wolf, but it was something
All
like that.
right.
Don't quote me on that. I have a bad memory. But it was something like that, so that's why I gave him this fur piece. And he has
Orio's giving you a compliment here.
thank you, Oreo. Makes me happy. And then we have Gunhilde, and I think she got pretty cute.
Yeah, well, she's supposed to be cute in this sense, although she had a lot to do with power as well. And legend says she was killed in a raid for leaving the English court together with her husband. Probably her husband survived, but many Viking followers along them were killed in this raid, or it's called the Easter Day Massacre or something like that. Anyway, and she was important for politics because then that probably led to her brother invading England the year after, and which eventually led to her, I think, brother's son Knut conquering England and the Danelaw and the Danes basically ruling England for 100 years or so. That all started with the the beastie unfaithful. No, what's the word of it? The
I don't know.
bad slaying of Gunhilde. But anyway, so her starting position is on the English Isle because of that. Although she was born probably not there, probably in western part of Sweden, but I'm not sure. I say a lot of things here. If someone knows this history better than me, they may inform us in the chat. Let's see now. So
But
Gunhilde.
there's also all these things are like we don't really know, like 100% because
No.
there was such a long time ago.
Yeah. And it also depends on, I mean, what the countries weren't really what they are today. She was tied to the Danish royal house at the time. She was the sister of Svein Folkbeard, but it's unclear what part of Denmark was part of Sweden, which jarl was, and I haven't seen. The St. Brice's Day massacre it was ordered by Ethelred. Anyway, she's orange as well as Ingvar. What's the thought about that? No,
But
it's yellow maybe.
I didn't quite get it. What?
Well, I thought it looked as if it was orange there. You shows the color orange, but maybe you shows the yellow.
Here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's more orange.
more orange. Yeah, and as well as Ingvar, he was also orange. We started with him. It's very
Yes.
orange.
Because I want it to be more colorful. But orange is one of the more easier colors to make.
Yeah.
And I also like this, like, I don't know, neon green yellowish color. It's quite ugly, but I also like it. But you can get it from like birch leaves, and
Okay.
so yellow was also
Yeah, they're
quite.
coloring textile using plants and stuff. Have you done
Yes.
that?
Yes, when I was like 9.
Okay.
But I didn't like use them. There was more like I had like a woolen ball and I colored that. uh,
Yes.
just because we were like experimenting and stuff. So we used like onion, like what's it called? Not leaves, but like the things around the onion peels,
Yeah.
and then like birch leaves and other leaves stuff.
Yeah.
But there was mostly like colors between like yellow green to yellow to orange yellow.
Hmm.
So those are like easier colors to make.
And that's why blue and red is expensive.
Yes, and I think blue is the most like hard to make because you need. Um, I think they use urine to like make it stick better.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know what's called, but you need like
Urine
something.
that they wash away.
Yeah, but you need like something to like make the color stick on the fabric.
Yeah.
I'm not a person who have done this a lot, but I know
Okay.
there's something with urine.
Okay. Well, someone who just jumped into the chat would wonder what you're talking
That's true.
about, or jumped in the stream. Talking about that, Stefano just jumped in here. Hi, Stefano.
Oh, hello.
Stefano is making the vassal module
Okay,
for
fun.
this Pax Viking.
I haven't tried it. Oh,
The vassal no, you haven't tried the vassal module. I know. We should have you try that. But
yes.
it's there and it's working. It has a very elegant setup script, which I like,
Oh,
because it's a little. It counts cards and places them correctly, their respective regions, and exclude cards that's not supposed to be randomized and so on. So it's nice. Sure.
nice.
And
Should we?
that's Move on.
I have just put a folder with like pictures from the a few of the pictures from the Kickstarter trailer.
Yeah, sure.
There's I'm just going to like go through them. So here was I think this is the last picture for the Pax
Yeah.
Viking. So we were like supposed to show the coronation, but these ones that I made seemed like they were like it wasn't like party. It was more like, oh, maybe there's like a evil, I don't know, an evil king because of the angle. I don't know. So we
Yeah.
scrapped that and we wanted to show more of the like the other people in the longhouse. So we changed the direction. Also, I used 3D in Unity. Very beautiful, just to get like the perspective correct. And yeah, wow. Then I just draw.
Just det. Yeah.
And I just put together a few of those, or yeah, 3 of
And
them.
I know one thing I wanted on that image was to make the house bigger and bigger. I think I
Yeah,
told you 4
it was
times.
like longer and
More.
longer and longer.
Longer long house. I want a longer long house.
And now it's like 2 kilometers.
Kilometers. Yeah.
Kilometers. And yeah, I'm just gonna go through them fast. Oh, no. I have a problem with opening this correctly. Yeah, this was the first, a very beautiful sketch by me.
Yeah,
Because we wanted to show some kind of trade. But then
exactly. With the
uh,
ships behind.
yes. And then I started with this, and after a while, because now there's Erik here, I think.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah, I think it was Erik, or was it Styrbjörn on the first one?
yeah, so we didn't really have a character that we had on all of the pictures first. But then we decided to have Sigrid on everyone.
Yeah.
So I changed that. And then there's just, yeah. I just draw.
Step by step. Yeah.
I don't know what to say
It's
about
very
that.
nice to see the. No, well, it's the refinement. Would you
Yeah,
say that if you go a little bit slower through,
yeah, sorry.
let's say that's the first one, right?
Yeah, I like,
After
yeah,
that's when we went to Sigrid.
yes.
So, um, is this the standard? Is this, would you say these are standard steps that a design like this would take when you do it?
Um,
We had a sketch first, and then this is some kind of slightly colored sketched.
Maybe all artists have like different approaches, and I
Yes.
haven't really. I don't really have mine yet, so I try different approaches each time.
Yeah.
It's like mostly the same. Like it's a sketch and then I put colors on it because if I put colors too late, then the values will be all wrong. So I try to put a few colors quite early, even though these colors aren't really that good, but there's some colors that I can like base everything else on.
Yeah.
And then I try to remove all like the lines and stuff
Yeah.
because they are sketchy. And then
Yeah.
I just try to,
And also fill in more colors here.
yeah, and make a better mood. And then I put a few like decorations here I like to fill it out more.
Could you go back one more step? One more step back in history. There, it happened between those two. Forward 2 steps. There, forward. And now, next step. There's a lot of things going on in the background. And kind of settled for things changing there, and then you added details.
Yes.
That guy with the cape went into history.
Yes.
And also we added
died.
more water. I remember discussing this. Sure.
Yeah, you couldn't really see the water first.
No, that they are on a river, because the game is about mainly. Yes, the part where you actually take actions. The most important actions are at least made on the map where you travel over rivers.
Yes. Then this one doesn't have a lot of pictures, but this is for the first picture of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this was the first sketch. They're always very beautiful.
Yeah, well.
And then this is the second one, and then I think you said that you wanted to like see more of the river.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time, so
Again,
it just got farther and farther away from the boat.
Yeah, and higher
and more
up.
higher up. And here, between these two pictures, a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah. And there I wanted more population.
Yeah, there's still just
going on.
2 people, but
I'd say this kind of still evolves. This image that started with that crude first sketch is likely to be what later on has evolved into the box cover in a way.
kinda. I guess they're based like on the same
Idea
setting.
anyway, the same time. What's going on?
Yeah, I put a few. I put the box covers too in a folder.
Maybe jump to the box cover now to see
Yes.
the similarity there. If you keep that up, so we can continue on that.
Yes. So when I did the box cover, because I was like, oh yeah, this is a game about going with boats. So there's a lot of boats.
Yeah.
So these are my first sketches. And I think we went with this one, but we flipped it because we wanted the boat to go that direction instead. And then I don't know where it went, but I couldn't find the first sketch, like something in between this. But I think this is the first color blockouts.
Yeah. Exactly. Blockout, you say?
Not okay. Maybe not blockout, but the first render-ish.
Yeah. Maybe you should explain the terms blockout and renderish.
Okay, blockout is more like you put out blocks of color and then render it when you start to like actually like paint it and try to explain forms and shapes.
Yeah.
So this is more rendered.
That's usually render is usually made with what's experienced as light, in a way. How light, where
Yeah,
it
it's
shines
light,
most.
form, shapes.
Yeah.
And just to like make it look like there's actually a thing.
Yeah.
Then why isn't I guess this picture won't load. I don't know why. Oh, no. So yeah, I tried to make it. I don't know what. Okay, this picture is. I think it's too big. My files are always very big. I should probably fix that.
It's just because you have such a big hard drive, right?
Yes. So this is like more what it looks like on the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is almost This is almost like a painting by Prince Eugen. You know Prince Eugen?
No, I don't.
I just came to think about it.
And then we tried like more another mood kind of. Then we talked about having ravens for some symbolic meaning, but I didn't really. We haven't changed the box art yet, but I'm not quite happy with this right now. So I did an overpaint last week,
Okay.
which is this one, and
Yeah. Oh, there you. I haven't even seen this one.
oh, haven't you?
You used the city
Yes.
like inspiration.
So here we have a more because we're venturing to the east.
Yeah.
So here's like an eastern city with like, and it will be a lot more rendered if I continue. This is like a
Yeah.
very sketchy sketch. Oh.
Yes.
And I've changed the, so now it doesn't seem like the boat is going into a tree.
Into a tree. Exactly.
Because it felt like this boat is going straight towards this tree. And I think this makes more sense. And this is a lot more sketchy than this one, but I like this composition more.
Yeah.
And an explanation is for the more rectangular format is that I wanted to like wrap around the edges. So this part here and this part of the tree will probably be like not on the front cover because the cover is square.
Yeah.
So when I draw it, I have guides that show where like the edges are on the box.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't 100% follow that, but
Oh, sorry. I have guides in like guidelines in Photoshop, which is like
yeah. Okay.
two
Which
lines
is
that shows, so I know which parts are like on the front of the box and which parts are like to the
all right.
sides of the
Now I know.
box.
I understand. Yeah, because this is much wider than the
Yeah,
actual box will be. Exactly. So the tree will be on the side of the box and so
yeah,
on.
exactly.
A little note. What you say? Easter egg is not the right word, but behind the scenes note anyway. The city you used as a inspiration for the one there is from the same area as the potentially ninth character, Elda,
Oh,
that we might introduce. That's where her mother comes from
that's fun.
in this case.
That was a great inspiration. So I think it could look nice if I
Yeah,
continue
this
with
is
this.
it looks I mean exotic enough, but still not totally exotic. I mean, I think what could be something here is somewhere in the bushes here there might be two cats lurking.
Cute.
I don't know.
I like cats. Also, I really like this raven. This is a raven. Uh,
Yes, Raven. That's
that's a
very good.
raven.
That's very good to have in there.
And that's also Raven.
It's
I don't know if you can see that.
but it's 100% Raven. I mean,
Yes.
you can't miss it. This nothing is you can't take away anything. It's exactly how ravens look.
Yes.
I sent a link there about, by the way, to the castle, the one that I associated with with these clouds.
Oh, fun.
Prince Eugen is famous for his clouds. Other things,
Maybe I should do some studies on him.
maybe.
Yes.
He inspired. I have to say, this is a off-topic thing, but he is one of what I would say one of the inspirations to why my own father chose to become a artist and pursue the life as an artist and
Oh,
raise the family as an artist. So and this there was some maybe it was this painting or some other by Prince Eugen which was hanging on his where he went to high school. And he saw it every day and well was one of his passions. He liked that painting.
nice. Okay. Then I have a few pictures of the map that maybe we can show. It's not. Uh,
Yes.
I don't
I have
have
to
any.
ask one thing though. I mean, Aud and Gunhilde and those,
Yep.
and they have blue colors on them. and you have a blue sofa and blue hair. Does that mean you're rich?
Yes, I am very rich, which is why I live in a student apartment. But no, I think I don't know if it's if it's true, but I have a connection and something that people told me on Viking in one Viking like village when I was small, that blue on the like before was more associated with women and red is more associated with men.
Aha, so rich women had blue and rich men had red.
Maybe. I
Maybe.
I don't have any
Yeah.
sources for that, but that's
But you
something
you
that
you went for
someone
that here. I can see it.
yeah. But she has both of them.
As do Eric, but still.
Yeah. So yeah, but I kind of wanted to like bring that in.
Yeah.
Oh, right. No.
Josephine is having fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm rich. This is one of the first
Oh
maps
yeah.
boards
All
I
right.
made. It's really ugly.
You know, I wonder if I can find an even uglier map. I
Oh,
have.
the one
Give me
you
one
did.
second. The one I did. So this is
Oh, yeah.
designer art. You know, designer art is supposed to be ugly
Maybe
because
I
it
also have
makes.
it.
You have it? Maybe you can
Maybe
show
I
it.
can.
Because if a designer makes the art ugly enough, the artist will immediately start working on it because they can't stand seeing this ugly
It
art.
is true. Um,
So it's
it's in the drive.
yeah, Josephine agrees. She knows. Josephine is
Oh,
in the chat.
I found it. Here it is. Here's the first thing
Yeah,
I
there you
saw.
go. There you go.
So
It's
yeah, this is the board for Pax Viking.
this is the board. It's the final version. We finally decided that it's gonna look like this, and yeah, no more questions on that. But you can definitely see things still being in the game, such as the black borders here are used to show where you can and can't move. And
Also, I am distracted by my cat.
oh, there's the cat. The cat has rich eyes.
Yes. Okay, it was that. It distracted me. Okay, continue. Or did you
Anyway,
also
but
get it
there
distracted?
you have it. That's where it started, and I think most of the Sicily has changed, but down there it became part of the south, and it's now a trade center. Ribe is gone, but other than that, Ribe is
It's
the R over there.
mostly the same, like
Many
layouts.
things are, and then
Ish.
the number of regions fewer.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, and then this is
Somewhat
what I
fewer.
made from that other map, the first.
Yeah,
It's very
this may be the hugest, the biggest
hugest.
step in the right direction. This first,
Um, and then
but
I don't know what I did here. It's very dark. Also, there's no text here because I couldn't find a version with text for this one.
aha, okay.
So you can like try to see text on this one.
This one, England grow together with France.
I found an old art and they were like together, kind of.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Maybe, or maybe it was like a bad map. I don't know.
Could be.
But there was some reason why I like merged them.
Yeah. Way back, way back, it was the whole North Sea was land, but that was a long time ago.
Or maybe I don't know why I put them together. I couldn't find a picture. But yeah, and then this is the one that is mostly like how it looks like right now. But I kind of like this one. It's more like
Yeah,
desaturated.
more in the direction. There's many things, many details here that's changed.
Yeah.
Um, these counters around powerful allies, which are the spots out to the west, are gone. Orkney and Jorvik, I believe, both gone. Ribe is gone.
But
And
oh yeah,
then all these lines are also changed into regions, which I think was a very good change. It took a few playtests, but the region concept is the same for the map. And then also we made the Normandy connection to Sicily actually through the sea.
yeah. I really like this flight
You
line.
like the flight, I know, yeah, but I didn't like the flight. I kind of no.
And yeah, this is the one we have now. It's more colorful and light, which is, I guess, more board gamey. I
Yeah.
like it more like this, but I can see why this is more playable because you see
Yeah,
more
well,
things.
a few things that's always recurring as a designer, by the way. You make ugly art, so the artists start working on it, and you have to constantly talk about more contrast, more saturation, larger fonts, bold fonts, larger icons,
White, black.
larger, larger, and less empty space. Um, White, black. No, well, no, more colorful. But yeah, and that's just because as a designer you only have information information discernibility in. So this is more clear in many aspects. And here you can travel around Spain.
Yes. Wow. Here, amazing.
Exactly, you know where Spain is.
Yeah, I actually know a little bit of geography.
Yeah, I know you're learning.
Yeah.
You're good at learning. So you know where
Thank you. I
Bosporum
am
is,
a
for
student.
example. Bosporus,
Um,
maybe it's in English. And
I know like this area. I'm not as good at this area.
that's England. Or the Great Britain, maybe. And then where you're pointing, no, where are you? You're there. So north of Caspian Sea, that's where we might put the final, exactly there where you were
No.
pointing, in Cumania. So
Yeah, that would be fun.
Edla's mother is from Cumania, and the buildings you were drawing there were inspired from Cumania buildings of the time.
Hmm.
So that might be the final starting position.
Nice.
Spread it out a little bit.
Now we're almost up with our, but I have another folder with for the cards. Perhaps add Stein 020
Perhaps
as
add a tile. This Stein. That's Stefano.
ah, sorry, I don't know your
Tile
name.
discard space. Yeah, maybe we haven't decided exactly what to do with some of the empty ones. We're also talking about maybe adding the win conditions
I like empty
and
space here.
turn order. Yeah, but there could also be, of course, a discard space that should probably be down behind where you are now somehow. And maybe if we move these markers that's down there now, where the action marker is
Oh
supposed
yeah,
to be, they might go up to the silver and gold place.
yeah, that would be that can be changed.
Yeah. So but maybe a discard pile place probably, but it's not super important. I think if it's not fitting, I think we will put some player aid stuff there first, and then if there is a good room for it, could be there. But a good suggestion. Samuel is here too. Hi, Sam. Samuel is
Hi.
working on. No, he's not working on this game actually, but he's doing the tabletop simulator version of Pax Renaissance and
Oh,
also the Vassal. Um, Samuel and Stefano are our two go-to persons when it comes to making Vassal versions, and Samuel and Justin are usually the ones working on tabletop simulator versions. And also, it's maybe not just since I'm talking about it. Tabletopia is also going to feature Pax Viking and Pax Renaissance, and probably a few others we have discussed with them. So, but they are starting with Pax Viking. So I don't know how fast they're gonna work, but pretty soon it's gonna be possible to play Pax Viking on Tabletopia as well.
Also, I have one last folder, which is just some card concepts, which are almost the same as how they look right now.
Tiles.
Tiles, sorry. Oops. This was
Anyway.
before. Yeah.
There's
First,
Leo. Hi, Leo.
hello.
Yes.
Because first I wanted to have like that the different types, because it's like venture, event, friend, and god.
Yeah.
First I want to have more like natural, like distinction, like someone is wood, a stone, stuff like that. But it was I felt it got kind of cluttered, so I went more with like different kinds of like borders.
Patterns. Yeah.
And colors. But these two are still a bit alike, so there'll probably be some changes to one of those.
Yeah, and the patterns there that you're making, they are made. You are making them yourself. You're designing the pattern, but they are designed based upon how those kind of patterns were designed back in the day.
Yes.
So they are unique patterns, but still.
And this border is based more on like brickband, like the decorations, like I don't know what they're called in English, but like they're like threads that you. Okay, I really don't know what it's called in English, but it's based on that. Brickband.
All right. Brickband.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, this was like different. Oh yeah, because they have like different colors based on where you place them in, if it's in the south, east, or north.
Yeah, and that's colors picked
so
from the map.
Nordic has like bluish backgrounds and like blue, and the east has like more like green. South is more orangey, browny, which is more subtle, but yeah, maybe it will help people to know where to like place them. The gods, however, doesn't have that distinction right now.
No, because the gods and friends are placed on your yardboard.
Yeah, but you still use them in different.
Yes, that's true. You have to go to. Yeah, maybe that's. Sorry, I was. It's tied to where you actually play them. So if you need to go somewhere.
Yes. And this is.
You need to go with a long ship to a certain place, and then there should be color.
And these are the backgrounds that, so you can like pick. I don't know, if there's a fight, you can put it on a background. And so here's my north backgrounds, which are more blue, snowy. There's the east backgrounds, which are green, and these are the south backgrounds.
Yeah.
Test and some tests for like trading, but there will be more.
There will be more, and there will be more god figures.
Yes, I have started with them. Maybe I can show.
That's what you're doing right now. Right?
Yes. So the pictures when I export them looks like this, and maybe you can try and these are my interpretations of the gods, so maybe you can try and guess. I don't know.
Freyr.
Yes.
Is that Thor?
No.
No, he should have a hammer. Okay, well, we have Odin. No, I don't know.
Okay, so this is Freya. And this is Frey, because there was something about Frey, and I don't know if you see this one, it's kind of so. But he had like a magic sword and a pig. No, not a pig.
Boar.
A boar, thank you. I was like, a big pig.
Wild
pig.
Yeah, if that's like the pig is standing and he's standing, that's a giant pig, but or a giant boar. But I actually thought that was some kind of shoulder pad there.
Oh,
that they
yeah, maybe
have
I should change that.
like
It was supposed
like
to be
a
a pig.
Orgrimmar or Orch shoulder pad from
Oh,
raiding.
oof. Okay. Um,
So maybe move it so you see the eye of the pig anyway.
yeah. Yeah.
But
So
yeah, that's
these are.
nice.
We can watch them like more. No, can I make it far away? I don't want to. They're like they're small. You can see it.
They're gonna be smaller. So
So
it's
like I haven't
exactly they're
like that.
not meant to be looked upon that close.
Yeah. And
Anyway, yeah.
yes. So there's like here's my
Oh, there were
floor.
wow, you made many of them.
Woo. So yeah, I am. Yes.
First time I see these.
Yeah. First time on the stream. Woo.
First time anybody sees them except you and your cat.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, that's an excellent note to end the stream on, I think, because the clock is 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
So
now I think
what's?
Robin is ready to take over. So, and
Oh.
no more questions in the chat, I see. Yeah, well, Samuel says thanks. Excellent.
Oh. Oops.
Thank you to all 29 watching at the moment. And
Oh.
if you want to see Pax Viking being played, this is what's going to happen next. Pax Viking together with junior designer. Yeah, you get to play with this work. So junior designer Robin, who has worked quite a bit on Pax Viking, especially on the car database and so forth. But Robin is gonna lead this playtest where Three Kids is gonna play Pax Viking, but they're gonna tell everything about it. So I just pause here and thank you for the chat.
Yes. Thank you. Have fun. I don't know. Bye.